Microphone check 1 2 3. Central Georgia Technical College basketball. Audio checking 1 2 3. Microphone test 1 2 3. Thank you. Hello everybody, welcome into Macon, Georgia. Central Georgia Technical College hosting here against East Georgia State College. We're beginning. Now, the big story coming in for Central is they've had their past 3 games postponed. They have not been on the floor in a couple of weeks. It's been since February 13th. They immediately begin with a steal on the defensive side from Ross. For Central, they've been able to practice, but some of the teams they're playing have had COVID protocol issues. Because of that, we'll see how they look. Will they be in sync? Will they have any rust to knock off? I don't know. As we begin here, we've got 4 10-minute quarters in the women's game. Central moving it inside to begin on their first possession. Reverse layup doesn't go for Ross of Central. Offensive rebound through the hands of Black. Outside, three-pointer. Ross gets it to begin. Central looking good. They get a tray early, 1 minute in, leading. But some notes on the season for this Central team. They're 1-6 overall. It's not been a great year in the win-loss column. It's been about a month since they've won a game. Exactly a month. On February 2nd against Albany Tech, they won here at home 75-69. Since then, at a 5-game losing streak, 3 games postponed. Now Garrett's at the free throw line. This East Georgia State team here in GCAA play. They're off to a good start, 7-4 record, 4-3 in the conference. It's going to be another tough test at home for Central. Garrett shooting her free throw. She'll split a pair, hitting the second one. I'm Luke Winslow. Thank you all for tuning in. Sam is our cameraman today. Small crew here on a Tuesday night game. Now this week is packed with action. If you're a Central fan, you've got a doubleheader today. So men's game is to follow at 7. For those of you who are a fan of that team, for either East Georgia State or Central. Pass intercepted by Garrett. Sent up ahead. Holmes couldn't finish. Central ball. We've got this today. We've got a men's game on Thursday, and I believe Saturday is another doubleheader for the men's and women's for Central. That'll be a lot of fun. It's good to get the women's team back in action here. Central calling the play, moving into the half court. Now on the year, they've lost 5. They're 1-3 at home. Statistically, they've played 6 conference games. Three-pointer coming from Anderson, who knocks it down. A couple of threes to begin for Central on the board, out to a 5-point lead early. Statistically, 63 points a game for Central, allowing 62. Hankerson spots up. She's in and out on the 3. Ross slings it over, corner 3. Preston couldn't get it to go. Hankerson dashing down the floor, Euro step, it won't fall. Central continuing to pick up the pace. Anderson loops it over. Now Central moving later into the shot clock, calling a set play, trying to get an open shot here on the offensive side. 3 on the shot clock. Anderson's got to do something about it. Off the window. Ellison for East Georgia State has it packed in. Jump ball called. Ross and Holmes going at it. Central brings in their first substitution of the game. Ross will come out in favor of Woods. Last time out for Central at home, Woods put together a good game. She came in off the bench, contributed. It's been a couple of threes early. Central efficient on the offense to begin. Ross slashes and finishes. Ross with a really strong move to the basket there. A 7-point game, about 4 minutes in, and a timeout called. East Georgia State down, don't have the momentum early. They've got to stop Central, who's off to a great offensive start. More coverage coming around the corner here. You are watching junior college basketball. We are back. East Georgia State with the ball coming out of the timeout, not able to finish. Good defensive play by Anderson on a shot from Hamilton. Central getting it done on the defensive side. They've been rebounding well early on. It's been a big key to them, only allowing 1 point. No field goals almost halfway through this quarter. Anderson trying to find Black. Black stepped out of bounds. It'll be East Georgia State ball. Early on here, Central shooting 50% from the field. Hamilton drives left, blocked away by Ross. Big defensive play from the sophomores. A couple of subs come in. For Central, it'll be Sadeja Price and Dynesha Brown. Brown's had some good scoring performances, helped her team, especially early in February here at home. She had one of the most impressive performances I've seen from anybody on the women's team this year, as we've got a foul called, 2 shots coming. That'll put Holmes at the line. Second trip to the stripe today for East Georgia. First free throw goes. When you look at the standings overall in the GCAA right now, South Georgia Tech on the women's side is #1, tied with Georgia Highlands, both 6-0. Both free throws go, 5-point game. But right behind those two undefeateds in the GCAA, East Georgia stands at 3rd in the conference ranks. Brown drove there, and a blocking foul is called. It's called against Booker. Central set to inbound. Anderson, as soon as she got the ball at the top of the key, East Georgia was saying shooter. They're trying to get on those players like Anderson and Brown for Central that really do a good job shooting from beyond the arc. Taken away. Turnover there is from Preston in the hands of Holmes. Passed over to Hamilton. Kicked outside. Long 2 goes for Garrett. After East Georgia took their timeout, they're on a 4-0 run. Anderson trying to find Price, another turnover on the offensive side for the Titans. Got a foul called. It'll be going the other way with East Georgia State possession. Now 10 on the shot clock. Booker inside, Holmes got it. Now a 1-point game, 6-0 run out of the timeout for Dynesha Brown, the point guard here, handling the ball for Central. Brown can play both on the ball or off the ball. The Titans are comfortable with her either way. Preston, cross-court pass. Brown tried to load it up. Now top of the key, three-pointer, short off the rim. That was Woods on the attempt. Hamilton, 10 feet away, floater, bounces in. Now East Georgia State taking their first lead. Up 9-8 here. It's been quite a run for them out of the timeout. For Central, they've been trying to slow things down on the offensive side. In the half court, great early on, but struggling to find a rhythm since. Been scoreless for about 3 minutes of clock now. Anderson pivots, puts it up. She'll head to the line. Pushing foul called against Hamilton. Tamira Anderson at the stripe. Anderson will shoot 2 for Central on the year. They've shot 51% at the free throw line. Few subs for the Central team are set to check in. It's not a particularly deep team. There's not a lot of players to choose from. Got 3 subs active today. Coming in, the 3 players that did not start were Price, there's 4 players that did not start. Price, Woods, Rittenberry, and Brown. Looks like Rittenberry is not available today. Free throws go. Both made for Central. They recapture the lead, up 1. So Central's only got 3 players to choose from in their bench unit today. East Georgia State traveled with several, about 5 or 6 people on their bench that they'll have to pick from. And Central is going to be very fresh. They've not played in a few weeks. Here's Brown dribbling inside, tried to get the layup. It'll be Central ball off of East Georgia State. Tried to hand it off. Now it comes onto the left side. Price, 3 on the shot clock for her. It's taken away. Garrett making another play on the defensive side. 8-foot shot from Hamilton. Rattles in. Back and forth here towards the end of the first quarter. East Georgia State forcing another turnover. They've been good on the defensive side after their timeout. They allowed a big run, an 8-1 run to begin, but since they've tightened up a lot. That 3 from Hankerson was off the mark. Brown going in hard. Central ball. It was a good effort from Hankerson of East Georgia to get down there, try to save it, but she stepped out. Looked like she maybe landed bad, limping around. She'll be taken out here. Hankerson comes off. Into the game is Ellison. Destiny Ellison, freshman guard. Puck inbounds. Price, open shot, drifted off the glass, no good. Black fouled on her way up to the rim. That foul will send the sophomore forward, Juanisha Black from Pembroke, Georgia, up to the line. 1-point game, 11-10 our score. First free throw doesn't go. Now Central has turned it over 6 times. They kept it clean through the first 5 minutes, but over the past 3 or 4, turning it over left and right. Got to settle into their offense, and when they have tried to settle, it's been getting them later into the shot clock. They've had to force up some tough ones. They're going to bring in 3 substitutions here, trying to find their rhythm again on the offensive side. Tied at 11 after the free throws made. But of course, basketball is a game of runs. Central had one to begin, East Georgia State one coming back. Kicked out to the corner, three-point attempt, goes in, hit rim, hit glass, and Marcus knocked it down. Actually just a two-pointer, they'll call it. Brown with a couple of nice moves off the dribble, cooking inside, the 10-footer off balance a little bit. Three-pointer from Central, won't be good. Little pressure here from the Titans in the backcourt. Trap in the corner, ball's on the deck. Jump ball called, possession arrow pointing towards East Georgia State. We'll stay with the team in green. East Georgia started 0 of 6 from the field on the offensive side, but they've been 4 of their last 6 shooting. Foul from behind, Anderson hacked Ellison on the play. East Georgia is coached by Theo Howard. He's giving directions to his offense, trying to get them to move the ball a little more. Want to spread out that Central defense here. Now we're in the bonus. Shooting at the free throw line will be Hamilton. Talia Hamilton, the freshman guard. First free throw, up and good. It's a three-point lead, 47 seconds to go. Hamilton gets her second free throw. Woods dashing away down the floor, couldn't finish. Pauk takes it away, 30 seconds to go, her lay-in falls. Ross with a good play on the defensive side there. It's a two-point game now. Three-pointer, Hamilton. Offensive board, the putback from Marcus didn't go. Under 10 seconds to play, kicked outside. Anderson couldn't hit it. Offensive rebound, putback unsuccessful. Central ball, 2.4 seconds to go. Central's gonna have just enough time here to get a shot off. Launched into the backcourt, clock starts now. Ross lofts it up, shot at the buzzer, bricks away. Two-point game here through one quarter, 15-13. You are watching junior college basketball. More action coming up here on YouTube. Through one quarter, Central taking on East Georgia State, a two-point game. Things tight early on. After 10 minutes of play, a look at some numbers for you. Central shooting 27% from the field, but they are 2 of 6 from 3. 10-foot shot falls there in the middle of the lane from Anderson. Tied at 15 to begin. That's a good start. But 7 turnovers for Central in the first quarter really plagued them on the offensive side. They had the potential to be ahead. Hamilton got the rebound. Swung around, three-point attempt goes, made there by Marcus. Destiny Marcus today, the sophomore forwards, had a couple of really nice shots, now up to 5 points. Second on her team for the day. When dribble, the ball comes back out. Left elbow jumper. Preston at it again. Hamilton's been the leading scorer today. She dishes it off, the baseline jumper. Now Central forcing a turnover, taking it away, moving down to the left side. Bucket, it's blocked by Hamilton, but Central ball. East Georgia State traveled in. They've had lots of energy from warm-ups in the game through till now. That ignited their bench there as Hamilton got that block. Hamilton's been their top performer early on. 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field. A couple of assists as well. Black hits the deck. Tripping foul. Central will take it out. For East Georgia State on the year, they're not the best shooting team, shooting between 25 and 35% from the field on average. Their rebounding is what has set them apart, getting 43 per game. That's what's made things tough today for Central. The rebounding battle is likely to decide who wins here with it being so close. Still Titans ball. Anderson inbounding. She leads everyone in points with 7. Tied with Haley Ross. Both have 7. They've got all but one of Central's points together. Pauk trying to go up strong. She'll head to the charity stripe for a couple. First free throw goes. Hamilton setting up the offense again. Hamilton's looked like a sharp point guard, showing off her athleticism today as she gets the ball back. Jump stop. Central again, keeping the tempo high. Preston, Pauk. After getting a defender in the air, she sinks it inside. Pauk tied it up at 18. Coe. Marcus didn't get that one. Central ball. Substitution made as Garrett comes back in for East Georgia State. East Georgia State today, 11 points off turnovers. Central is out rebounding them 13-11. That'll be the big number to watch. Anderson lofts it up. She was trying to draw a foul there, couldn't get it. Coe wide open on the left side, hacked on the shot. Coe now headed to the line. Foul called on Black. Free throw goes for Ko. Ko getting some of her first minutes of the afternoon. Pauk kicks it outside. Black for three. Hamilton called for a travel. Central ball taking it out on this near sideline. Here at Central Georgia Technical in Macon, the first part of a doubleheader. Men's team to follow at 7, taking on East Georgia State. Both expected to be very good games on the men's side. The teams are pretty close in the standings. Taken away from behind. Pauk with a steal, lofts it up ahead. Anderson finishing a layup. Anderson is one of the best equipped players for Central to play in transition, a very good finisher. Good athlete, runs in strong. She's got 9 points already in this one. Big part of why Central's got the lead. Hamilton, jump stop. It'll be East ball. I think they're going to say that one went off of Woods. Ko trying to work left. Garrett. Central here to take it out. Coming from the out-of-bounds play, they lead by 1. A couple of subs in. Price and Brown will be the duo that check in with 5:59 to go until half. Over to the corner. Central trapping. That'll be East Georgia State ball. They called a timeout with 5:38 to go until halftime. We'll be back with more coverage here on the Titans YouTube channel. East Georgia State coming out of their second timeout taken here in the first half. We appreciate you all tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe this video, and you can hit share and send a link to anyone else that you may think would like to tune in. Short shot made by Holmes. We are streaming all of the Central home games this season. We've had every single one for you. We've got all the ones coming here in this month of March, all the way through until the men's and women's seasons here at Central finish up on March 20th for the regular season. Brown bounces inside. Well done. The sophomore for Central, putting them back up by 1 point. Ko stops and pops. Hamilton. Four and a half to play until halftime. Brown open for a three. So close for Brown. She's known to be able to go on scoring runs all by herself sometimes. Almost did it there. Long three-pointer bounces off the rim from Marcus. Up ahead, Brown, wide open in transition. The right-handed layup, nothing but net. Brown's got a 4-0 run for Central. The Titans pressing again, trying to turn defense into offense. Brown with a foul from behind. She got beat by Coe off the dribble, tried to stab in and knock the ball away. The East Georgia State Bobcats with possession. Dribble inside, shot lofted up, foul called. Holmes will head to the line. Price is whistled for the foul. Central today has already committed 8 total fouls. It's one important thing to clean up on the defensive side. But I do understand that they haven't played since February 13th. Some of the technical defending might be a little more rusty. It's just not normal in season to have a huge gap. But one of these things during the COVID pandemic that we've come to get used to. So with those 3 games being postponed, the free throw comes. But for Central, it's a point of focus here that they'll probably be addressing at halftime. But otherwise, they really have looked good. There's been some spots where they've had turnovers or a little trouble defending, but overall, it's been a very nice performance. They've shot it well. They've rebounded really well. That time, a three-pointer goes from Hankerson. East Georgia State, a very talented team, top 3 in the GCAA. Even though Central is giving them pretty much their A game today. They're going to be a tough team to knock out. Three-pointer made in return. Preston gets it for Central. Preston knocking it down to put the home team up 2 again. Here's Garrett squaring up. Offensive rebound. Blocked away. Oh, a foul called on Brown. Holmes now headed to the line for a couple. Brown D'ing up big time in the post. Almost had that one clean. I think she really knocked Holmes on the follow-through there. Brown's going to come off. She's picked up a couple of fouls in this stint. You see on the board 2 total fouls for her. Holmes looking to get her second free throw. On the day before that, when the Bobcats were 7 of 10, 70% at the line. Both free throws missed. Central preserving their lead, nearing closer to half. Sadeja Price, Preston. Couple of steps inside, the runner didn't fall. Wide open, right wing 3. Holmes was going in for the rebound. We've got a foul called on Preston, it seems. They call it on Preston. 2 shots coming for Holmes. Also a note for the future here, in the next 2 minutes, 21 seconds, East Georgia State will be in the bonus moving on. Holmes making the first free throw. Holmes is leading the way with 8 points, 2 of 3 from the field, but 4 of 7. 4 of 8 now from the free throw line on the day for her team. Comes around the horn, back iron on the 3 from Hankerson. Out of bounds off Anderson, heads up play from Holmes to keep it in the hands of the green team. The Bobcats inbounding deep in the corner. Tough spot to inbound from. Hankerson. Out on Garrett. Oh, they're going to say green ball. Looked like he was going to be out on Garrett there, but it was touched out by Central first. It's according to the official on the right side of your screen. Booker drives left on Preston. Hankerson took it away in transition. Hankerson slides it in. Holmes steps back. Jumper. Won't fall. Preston trying to take on a couple of defenders. Anderson sliding through the entire team. Just couldn't finish. Hankerson was trying to loop it in for Holmes. It was a good idea from Hankerson. Holmes was there. She was trying to get her to spin off, but a little too complicated and a quick developing play. They weren't on the same page. East Georgia State will be in the double bonus here for the final minute 15, but Central clinging to a 1-point lead with it in their hands on the offensive side. Preston loads it up. Hankerson, one of the most athletic players, trying to direct traffic and go up for that one. Central ball. Hankerson is trying to navigate through a couple of defenders. A tough play, but well defended by Central. Especially good of Ross and Preston not to foul there. Those transition plays are tough to make, especially when you have to recover. Shot clock inside 10 for Central. Ross, 3 on the shot clock, fouled. Ross will head to the stripe for a couple. On the day, Haley Ross, 3 of 6 from the field, 5 rebounds, 7 points. It's been a very productive half for her. It's one of the better efforts that she's had at home. 8 points. Haley gets another free throw. Second free throw made. Ross hitting both. A 3-point lead. There is going to be about a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. East Georgia State will not be able to run the whole thing out, but they have a hard time getting through the press. They finally do. Holmes. Garrett on the follow-up shot. She'll make it. Central's going to have 15 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off in a 1-point game. Heading into halftime. A timeout called by Central. 8.6 seconds to go. Their offense looked a little discombobulated there. They're taking the timeout to get set up. 1-point game, 29-28. Close to halftime here on the YouTube channel of Central. Here's Central inbounding with Anderson, setting it in motion. 8 seconds and counting to go. A drive inside. Ross dishes it off. Woods for two. Fantastically executed coming out of a timeout. That'll do it for the first half. Central and Coach Harris very happy here. 31-28 heading into halftime over the number 3 team in the conference. 31-28. More coverage coming here on the Central Broadcast Network. Welcome back into Macon, Georgia. Central Georgia Technical hosting East Georgia State here for the second half of action. We are back underway. After a really well-executed final play, Central now leads by 3. An immediate steal from Ross coming out of the half. Ross kicks it outside. Polk bouncing it over to Black. Starters back in for Central. Three-pointer squared up. Holmes rifles it up ahead. Ellison through contact, can't make it. East Georgia State ball. Now some numbers for you from the first half. Central had 9 turnovers, but then they ratcheted up the defense and forced the Bobcats into 8 turnovers. That battle's been pretty even. In terms of rebounding, Central has been out-rebounded 27-19, but they still have the lead because they have shot 10% better. Central has shot 33% from the field. East Georgia State has only shot 23.1. It's been a tough shooting day for the Bobcats. Central has been able to take enough advantage of it. Preston bouncing it over, comes out to Polk, three-pointer, won't fall. Hankerson surveys, finds Garrett. Holmes, floater. Anderson, spin move, gathers herself, couldn't finish. Anderson led everybody in the first half in points. Really looked good with 9. Holmes posting up, a nice spin move. She's fouled on her way to the bucket. Holmes had 8 points, 4 of those at the free throw line. In terms of rebounding, Kayla Garrett had 11 for the Bobcats. 5 points for her as well. Holmes didn't get the first free throw. This is Holmes' 5th trip now to the line. Splits a pair, 2-point game. Batted out of bounds. The deflection there came from Ellison. Quick shot right at the end of the shot clock coming from Preston. Central really let it wind down before trying to set up a shot there. Usually don't want to let the clock get that far down before you set one up. It gave Preston a really tough play to try to make. Ellison, through contact, sinks it. We're tied up, a 3-0 run to begin the half coming from East. Swung around, Preston drives baseline, 6 on the shot clock. Central's got to get something off here again. It is intercepted by Holmes. The shot clock was down at 2. Ellison dashing down the floor. She is fouled on her way up by Polk. Another foul drawn by East Georgia State. 2 early team fouls coming here from Central. That puts Ellison at the line for a pair. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. First free throw doesn't go. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to follow for all of the Central Georgia Technical College action here that we cover with every home game on this channel. Please like the video. Give us a comment if you'd like. You can also share the link to anybody else who you know that may want to tune in. That made free throw now gives East Georgia State a 1-point lead. Had a couple of leads here total in this game. Garrett swats it away. Holmes in transition, blocked away. Brown affected that shot. Now Central trying to take it the other direction. Outside Preston, three-pointer, short off the rim. Black goes up, 2 shots to the line for her. Juanisha Black, she's got 1 point on the day from the free throw line. She's really been putting in the work on the boards. 5 rebounds for her today. It's tied for the lead for this Central team. Black's first free throw doesn't go. But Black's a really important player today. Central's been out-rebounded by almost 10. But she's been helping on the boards, a big piece of this team in that area. The defense and rebounding is what they look for from Black. Central's more of a guard-oriented team. They look to their guards to score. Players like Tamira Anderson, Haley Ross, Dinesha Brown. Ellison. Holmes, baseline jumper. Holmes is now the first player into double figures between both teams. For East, she's got 11 points on the day. Preston a 3. She gets it. Preston knocks it down from deep. Preston was 1 for 6 from beyond the arc until that point. Now she's hit her second. It had been a tough shooting day, but Preston knocking down one when it counts. Now it's a 1-point game, about halfway through the third quarter. It's important for Central to make timely shots like that, get themselves some momentum here coming out of halftime. Garrett, a spin move. Beautiful finish in the lane. Garrett working around a pair of defenders like it's nothing. Hankerson takes it away. Nice pass. Holmes, easy bucket. East Georgia State on the past couple of possessions looking brilliantly good on the offensive side. They lead by 3. The Titans are trying to get back in control here on their home floor. Ross collides with Holmes. We've got a blocking foul called. Ross coming in real hot there. Holmes trying to stand in her way. 2 fouls on Holmes. 1 foul, correction. Brown gets to inbound, a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Brown, step back. Got it for 2. Dinesha Brown making a tough one from the corner. Garrett hands it off to Ellison at the top of the key. Stolen away. Preston, a low dribble. Charge taken. Hankerson with a defensive play in transition. A tight game. Both teams are making plays on each side of the floor. The referee is conversing, I think, about whether Hankerson had her feet set, where her location was. The charge called by the official on the right side of the conversation, and he'll change it to a blocking foul. That's a really tough call to make, but the 2 officials convening again to talk. The one who made the call was closest to the play, but the official coming on the backside of it is now going to go give an explanation to the coach of East Georgia State. Theo Howard gets the explanation as to why that call was changed. But the backside official saw something different about the footing, it looked like, by the way he was motioning in the conversation. That sent Preston to the line for a couple. First wasn't good. Ivana Preston, the sophomore from Jonesboro, Georgia. Second free throw goes. Just like that, we're tied at 38. Hankerson lines one up. Garrett with another rebound. She has been dominating. She'll head to the line. Garrett's got 7 points, but 12 rebounds. As a center, she's also got a pair of assists. She is the second leading scorer for East Georgia State today, behind only Milana Holmes. Holmes has 13 points. Free throw in and out for Garrett. It seems like she's very well liked by her team. Been very supportive of her, most vocal when she's making shots. Garrett seems to be a bit of a favorite. You see she lines up on the left side, not in the middle of the free throw line, but on the left side of it. The shot comes off the side of her right hand, it seems. 39-38 our score, 1 point game. Garrett now up to 8 points. This is great GCAA basketball we're watching here. Very competitive, loving this here in the third quarter. Woods had a pump fake. Preston. Off the top of the glass, which means it's out of bounds. We've got a call down on the post. Garrett and Price were going at it against each other, and it looks like Sadeja Price will be rung up for that foul. Garrett is a tough player to defend, but Price now with her third foul. It's been tough to get her playing time today for Central. She's been in foul trouble now. The jumper won't go, rebounded again. Hamilton gave it outside. Hankerson steps back, and she drills it. Wow, big shot from Hankerson. It's a 4-point game. East Georgia State really pumped about that one, as they should be. It's a very supportive bench, lots of energy. Their men's team here also got in before the women's team. They were in the section here in front of us cheering them on. Now they're back behind the bench. .229 to go in the quarter. 4-point game. Here's Central looking to respond. Kicked outside. Moving the ball into Price. She's fouled on her shot attempt. Price now to pop a couple. First free throw goes. These shots at the line will be very important down the stretch for Central. Today they're 9 of 13, one of their better free throw shooting days. 10 of 14, Price hitting both. It's a 2-point game again, and these free throws with both teams here in the double bonus in the third quarter, according to the scoreboard. Garrett finishes. Now she's in double figures on the day. It is officially a double-double now for Kayla Garrett. 10 points and 11 rebounds is what they have her marked with on the stat board. Big day for the post now. The other one, Sadeja Price, comes up short. Maybe a little further away from the basket than she thought on that one. Hankerson, corner. Maybe a bit of a heat check there for the guard from East Georgia State. Anderson backing down. No foul called, but it will be Central ball. Ross charges in hard, blocked away by Garrett. Holmes the other direction, left-handed layup falls. Ross landed a little hard. She's limping it off here for Central. But she'll stay in and move around on the offense. 6-point game. Central's been outscored by 9 here. Price goes in, trying to get her own rebound. Central ball. The 3-point lead at halftime for the Titans, but outscored by 9 in the third quarter. Price steps inside and falls. The layup falls. 4-point game. Holmes swings it to the corner. 3-pointer, Ellison. Holmes counted and one. East Georgia State putting together quite a run here in Q3. Under 34 seconds to go. They're back up 6. Holmes at the line to shoot some more. Moana Holmes now up to 17 points. It's been her day today. Holmes overall is a pretty smooth, technically sound point guard. With East Georgia State in the first half shooting about 23% from the field. Shot goes up again. Garrett to the free throw line now. They have upped that big time. Now they're back up 10%, shooting 33% from the field. In the third quarter alone, been shooting close to 50% as a team. Garrett at the stripe here. First free throw just a little off. Free throw number 2. Garrett gets it to fall. Substitution, Sadeja Price, who had 4 fouls, now comes out. She's in a tough position. Juanisha Black is going to have to step up and play a lot of minutes here in the fourth quarter for Central. Not a bad thing, but they'll be leaning on her a good bit. Three-pointer clings off the rim. Hankerson, 5 seconds to work with. She'll spot a floater. Blocking foul. Counted and one. Massive run here for East Georgia State in the last few minutes. Now a 9-point game. 3.4 seconds to go. One shot here for Hankerson at the line. She can make it a double-digit lead. Could be the first double-figure lead for East Georgia State of the game. In and out. An offensive rebound. Clock ticking down with 0.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. East Georgia will take it out. Got to get this shot up quickly if you're the Bobcats. Taken away. Anderson snatched them in midair. It's a steal for her. That's it through 3 quarters, 51-42, East Georgia State ahead in that third quarter. Looking very good, outscoring Central 23-11. More action coming here. You're watching junior college basketball on the Titans YouTube channel. We're back in play for quarter number 4, 51-42, a rough one for Central in the third. They really didn't find their rhythm coming out of halftime. Early on, they began with an 8-1 run, if you remember then, early in the game. Anderson has it ripped away. Bobcats ball, 9-point game. Team stats right now in terms of rebounding, the Bobcats have out-rebounded Central by 14 here in this game. I mentioned early on that would be a crucial margin to watch in this one, and because of the 14 rebound margin, it's a 9-point game, even though East has had a tough time shooting. Garrett, a dribble, shot missed. Foul called. Garrett will head back to the free throw line. My goodness, they have already attempted 24 free throws on this game. This is the 13th or 14th trip to the line for East Georgia State. Garrett alone now with her 4th trip to the stripe. First free throw made. She's got 4 points off free throws and 12 points overall. For Central, their top performer in the first half, Haley Ross, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Tamira Anderson also had 9. Anderson, I don't believe, has scored since halftime. It'll be key to get her hot and try to get her going. Bounce down to Anderson. Foul called. Here's Anderson to inbound. One of the team's better scorers for Central. Does a really good job in transition, can drive inside and slash well. She has a very bright future. Anderson trying to post up on Garrett. Garrett whistled for that foul. That'll be Garrett's 3rd foul. Anderson, one dribble, trying to finish through the trees there. Euro step move, layup falls for Ellison. Off balance, chucking it off the glass, a big play. Things are just going the way of the Bobcats right now. Preston tries a 3. Garrett dishes it ahead. Ellison working with it. Central ball. Key defensive possessions like that where Central did a good job getting back are going to be very important here. A nice recovery. We're 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. We've still got plenty of time to play, but for Central, you've got to get some action going on the offensive side better now than later. A hack from Garrett, now sending Pauk over to the free throw line. That'll be the fourth foul now called against Kayla Garrett. Garrett does have a double-double. She'll be subbed out. A huge part of the run in the second half for East. Destiny Marcus, who has 5 points, comes in. She's an inside-out player. She can stretch it, be a little bit of a stretch four type. Marcus today is 1 for 1 from 3. Watch out for that if you're Central. The free throw is good there from Pauk. She'll come out in favor of Dynesha Brown. Brown today has got 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field. It's been a pretty efficient day. Marcus drills it. 2-pointer there. It's been a bit of a drought since Central has hit a field goal. Several minutes. Almost like there's a lid on the basket. A 3-pointer came from Ross, just didn't go. Central also beginning to settle for threes here, not penetrating the defense as much as they normally would. Holmes. Wow. Going right over Ross. She comes down the floor doing the little celebration, rock the baby to sleep. 59-43, a 16-point game. Milana Holmes is up to 19 points, by the way. Brown fighting for the board. Holmes comes away with it. Marcus, top of the key. Couldn't spot a three. Preston has it taken away. Black takes it back and a foul called. It's called against Ellison. Baseline drive, shot air balls. Kicked out, left side. Ellison nails a three. It's a 19-point game, and the roof has fallen out for Central. Timeout called by Coach Harris. 62-43 our score, and the story for you here, the second half domination. East Georgia State is in the fourth quarter, wow, 11-1 in the first 4 minutes on a run. In the second half, they have outscored Central 34-12. More coming here on the Central YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Central with it here on the offensive side. Under 6 minutes to play in this game. Outscored 34-12 in the second half after leading by 3 at halftime. And that'll do it to you. They're down almost 20 here. Preston steps over. Going back up with it is Ross. Foul called. She'll go to the line for a couple. But outscored 11-1 here in the fourth quarter, about halfway through it. Now we'll look for Central at their upcoming schedule here. They'll be in Swainsboro, Georgia on Thursday, playing at East Georgia State College at 5:30. It'll be a rematch. The first half, this team was very competitive, but it's 3 straight games against East Georgia State. East Georgia State will be coming on Saturday back to Macon at 1 o'clock in the first part of the doubleheader to play against Central. Timeout called. 62-44 our score. More action coming. You're watching junior college basketball. CGTC at the free throw line here. The free throw there was hit. 62-45 our score after Ross knocked it down. Hankerson batted away again. Here comes Ross. Preston goes back up with it. Hankerson trapped Ellison. East resetting their offense. Seven on the shot clock. Holmes going on black. Floater good. There's going to be a lot of plays coming from this game on the highlight tape of Holmes. 20-plus point game for her. Milana Holmes with 21. She has really showcased her skill set. A lot of coaches around the GCAA have already taken note of her, but we'll have to take another look at her after this game. Got to find a way to stop Milana Holmes if you want to beat this East Georgia State team, but she's a big reason they are number 3 in the GCAA. 7-4 overall, 4-3 in conference play. 2 shots coming here from Preston of Central. But a look at the standings again. These are all important here as we close in on tournament time, getting into March. But South Georgia Tech and Georgia Highlands are both 6-0. Tied for first in the GCAA with East Georgia with the 4-3 record. It could be 5-3 if they win today. That would be second. Central Georgia Tech is right now 3rd to last. Plenty of time left, but if Central were to lose today, it dropped them to 1-6 on the year in the GCAA. It would take a huge run from Central to try to come back, though. Down 18. They've had a tough time with East Georgia State in the second half of play. 5 on the shot clock. Holmes couldn't handle that one. Turned over. Central with it. Both teams about even. 12, 13, or 13 turnovers each. That's not been the issue. It's been rebounding for Central. The shooting percentage has not been great either. As I say that, Central flips it over. East Georgia State ball, 3:45 to go later in the fourth quarter here, they've been working pretty late in the shot clock, really taking their time on the offensive side. Out of bounds. The pass looked like it would be intended for Marcus. Ellison inbounding. Swung over, Ellison, three-pointer, back iron. Brown. Hankerson moving it ahead. Holmes will have a wide open attempt at a layup on the left side. It's an easy finish now in a 20-point game. Brown battles through Marcus. Foul called. Charged on Marcus. It's Marcus's third. Second correction. Dead on 3 minutes to play. Danisha Brown looking to add to her point total with a free throw. Central today has been the better team at the stripe, about 70%. But shooting 24.6% from the field is not going to get it done. East Georgia State shot 23% in the first half, but in the second half have shot well over 50. They're shooting 38% on the day now. Or on the night, I should say. Holmes, catch, dribble, shot, back iron. Brown stops, lets it fly. The Central offense has only mustered 16 total points here in the second half. Violation leads to it being Central ball. Price and Polk are in for the Titans. Upcoming games again for Central, playing at East Georgia on Thursday. Three-pointer made, Preston with her third tray of the day. And then Saturday, East Georgia visiting again in Macon. The doubleheader, that'll be here for you on the network. One of Central's players, Anderson, down with a shoulder injury, it seems. We'll be back with more after this injury timeout. 66-52 your score. Anderson helped off there for Central. Thoughts and prayers with her, hoping that she'll be able to recover and get back to game form as quickly as possible. Foul on the way up. Ross heading to the stripe for 2. That was tough looking for Tamira Anderson. Two shots at the line here for Central. Ross hitting the first. Hankerson. They're looking for Holmes on the block. It's intercepted there by Polk. Brown goes up with it. Trip to the line for 2 for Brown. Coming up here on the Central Georgia Tech YouTube channel, the men's basketball team will take on East Georgia. Part 2 of a doubleheader. The East Georgia State men's basketball team waiting here. They got here real early today. Arriving in, they're ready. They're 1-8 in conference play, 4-10 overall. Central middle of the pack. The men's team is number 6 in the GCAA, 3-5, 7-5 overall. They started 0-4 in the conference, but since they are 3-1. Hankerson moving her way down the floor with a little over a minute to play. For that men's game up next right here on the YouTube channel, please be sure to tune in for that one. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to catch all the action. Hamilton tried to dump it off. The play was there for Trapio of East Georgia State. .50 seconds to go, 20-second difference between shot and game clock. But Central will end up dropping this game. That'll move them down in conference play to 1-6 overall. Brown. Here in the second half, it's been like a lids on the basket. Ross, short on the 3. Foul called. Well, your final numbers here for you. Central was up 3 at halftime. For those of you who may just be tuning in, that may be a little hard to believe, but the first half was really good for the Titans team. Second half is where it all fell apart. They've been outscored 38-23. Central only putting up 11 points in the third quarter, 12 here in the fourth. Central shooting 25.8% from the field. But the key here, they got out-rebounded by 21. East Georgia State shot close to 40%. Good day for them. Another day in the office, another conference win. They'll move to 5-3 in the GCAA. Again, that is good for third place. They'll maintain their spot. A couple of games ahead of this Albany Tech team that's 5-5 in the GCAA right behind them. Central stays in 5th out of 7. Only 6 teams are in action, though. Hankerson, foul called on Polk that time. 14.5 seconds to play. 12-point game. Central's done a good job whittling down the lead here at the end. It had gotten upwards of 20. First free throw no good for Hankerson. In terms of the individuals who have made things go for the Bobcats, Milana Holmes, 23 points, 9 of 15 from the field. Very good, especially after a rocky start early. Kayla Garrett had a double-double, 13 points, 17 rebounds. Rebound again, pulled down by the Bobcats. Destiny Ellison, 8 points. Hankerson had 8. Destiny Marcus had 7. For Central Georgia Technical, Haley Ross had 15 points, 6 rebounds, a good day for her. Preston had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and Tamira Anderson, who exited with injury there, 9 points, 3 of 11 from the field. Anisha Brown had 8 for Central. That'll do it here, 66-54, our score. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll have the men's game coming up for you in just a few minutes. Thank you all for tuning in on the Central YouTube channel. I'm Luke Winstall. We'll see you at the men's game soon.